Welcome everyone back to our coverage of the new Feathered DLC. We're actually going to go over the update. We've already covered all the creatures, showcased them all off. There'll be a link in the description for that playlist, so go check that out if you're interested. So in today's update, there is a lot of new, really cool and amazing stuff that they actually added. We are actually going to start with going on with the camera mode, and that's actually what you're seeing on screen right now. This is actually the new camera feature. I'm not touching my controller. Look, hands on desk. Not touching it at all. This is, in fact, the new cinematic camera. So, here's your normal camera mode. You're in manual, you can run around, you have all the usual stuff, postcards, stamp, logos, blah, 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 blah. But if you jump onto cinematic, you now have this whole... You can also change it to manual movement. So, how do I... Oh, basically, so manual movement means like you can move around this, or if we put it to automatic, I'll even put the controller. Can't move at all. You have a timer, you can have a short time, which is 9 seconds. So I'll just let this play out now, just so you that. I won't do it for the other ones because it's a longer time. But we'll just, so now the 9 seconds have passed, we now jump to the next thing. So you can have it on medium, which is 12 seconds, and you can have it on long, which is 17. Actually, is it 20 seconds? Actually, it's 20 seconds. Or you can have the timer off completely. We're going to keep it on medium right now as we go for this. Also, there is different lenses. So I'm actually gonna... Could I please move? Could we go to a different creature, in fact? That would be nice if I could. Can you let me go to a different creature game? Okay, apparently not. We can zoom out, so... We all have these scenes included. So this is all custom where I could, if I wanted... I could have it, we only look at marine dinosaurs and put the timer to short. And as soon as this time runs out, it's going to show us one of our marine Oh, that's really cool animation. It's maybe marine reptiles, but for some reason it's giving me a panoramic view of the whole park. But this is basically showing me the new camera works. We're also on the goat, so the reason we're on the goat is because feeders, there we go. We turn that, so only land feeders now. Turn that off completely. Turn off panoramic view. And now, hopefully this will work. I am just learning this myself. For 1 second, it should go to our marine reptiles. And again, if I turned it back to automatic, again, I'm not doing this, it's doing it by itself. I think this is going to be really useful for when we do things like dinosaur watching on our videos. Be very, very useful. So, the custom things, that's everything. Then you have this one, which is scenes included none. No, I think this basically means, this means all of your options are set to 0, so it's completely custom, or you can have everyone active. So, to be honest, it's not really much change. Like, I mean, like, each settings don't really matter, but that's a massive improvement over the old camera mode. So now we're going straight into decorations. Decorations, I've actually not seen any of them, but I do know that we have new ziplines. So, obviously, this is the Jurassic World ziplines that we already had. Let me just... place that some distance away. So that is the standard one. I am actually going to add in a little bit of fence, just so I can have all these zip lines next to each other, just so you can get a nice comparison of all the different ones. So just give me a little sec here. I probably could organise this video a lot better, but I'm in kind of rush today, trying to get all the species and everything out, so apologies for that. But we now have a Jurassic Park style one, which that looks freaking sick. Oh, I like that. Can I actually go into camera mode? Oh, that looks so cool. That looks way cooler. It gives me like Camp Cretaceous vibes. It's not the same as that one, but really cool. We even have a zipline for the, is this DFW? Yes. Which I think it's a bit weird for DFW to have a zipline, but you know, they're just giving it to everyone. It's a bit odd for them to have one, but you know, whatever, pretty cool. We don't have a Biosym one. We don't have a Malta one by the looks of it. So these are the only 3 new zip lines that we have, which to be honest, the Jurassic Park one, I might use in every park now. It just has such a much nicer aesthetic to it. It looks super, super cool. Onto our new viewing stand. We now have the log viewing stand, which we can actually put inside of our enclosure. You're not in water. Why are you saying you're in water? You just need so much space. Let's put that right here, and then this is the viewing gallery, which actually can... How far distance can it go? That's actually quite a distance, okay. So you could build like a super huge enclosure and have that like right in the middle of it. That's really cool. So we can in fact connect it, simple as that. And now that is this working. This is completely working. Can we actually view inside it? We can show view. Okay, so now we're inside the log. Obviously you can move around. Can we actually see any of the dinos? There they are. If we can, oh, so this is the, I think these are the only two views that you get. There's a goat. Okay, I do like it. I like how it looks. I like the fact that it's actually like perched on a bunch of rocks. Gives it a bit much more of a natural look to it. Pretty freaking sweet. I do like that. Now, is that only in the Jurassic World one, or do we not have any other building styles? Because I'm pretty sure I have seen other building styles. I think it might have been this. Ah, right. So the fact that we had these ones here, so I just want to check something. If I build that and place, can I place this to that? I can. Okay, so if you want to basically use any of, like, if you want to use like a Jurassic Park style building for your log, or if you want to use a Jurassic World, or even the DFW, come into the actual bit, come into the viewing dome one selection, and you'll get a much better choice. So let's have a little quick look at these. So the Jurassic World one is very standard for Jurassic World stuff, blends in really well. Jurassic Park one, again, I think just looks way better. I don't know if it's because I prefer this aesthetic, but so much better. And the DFW one, I do like the kind of poster there, which is pretty cool. So we can obviously, of course, actually attach the viewing dome. So we'll put one out here and have a look at it. And let's actually attach it. Again, super long path that you can do that with. Okay, everyone just freaked out right in my ear hole there. And now we can see the inside of the viewing. So I'm pretty sure you do have, are these like, so there's one view, there's two, there's three, there's four, okay, so you have 4 different sides that you can view out of, which is pretty cool. So can I actually put this in my aviary? I will need to remove some of the water. And there we go, that is the viewing dome now placed. Can I just slide this in here? Simply we go and show view, and there we go, we can see inside the aviary. Okay, there's our aviary species up there. Our new little bat dude and some Tapejara. Sweet, I actually really like it. The actually design of the building I think is a really nice design, very sleek, it blends in really well. And of course you don't have to just use that in aviaries, you can in fact use that right out in your big open enclosures, simple as that. So let's just attach that there, and boom, there you go. You can use this inside every enclosure. Obviously you can't use it inside lagoons, although can you? Okay, I know like Frontier did amazing with this update in the DLC, but can we get these viewings, even the log, can we get these inside the lagoon, like at the bottom in the water? Because that would be sick. Oh, I want them to do that. I know they just added these, but please do that. Patch that in, that'd be so cool. I just had a quick look here. That is indeed all of the new buildings. So basically all of this here, this is all the new buildings that we got. And this is in the free update, remember? So all of this comes with the game. Like, as soon as you turn it on, just update it and you'll get all of this stuff. You won't have like the DLC creatures, you will need to buy them. But you do get all these buildings for free, which is pretty sick. Like, a lot of the stuff in the free updates sometimes turns out to be better than the DLCs. And that's brilliant. Frontier always does an amazing job of the updates. Now, I know I mentioned all the stuff with the camera, but there's one thing I forgot to mention. So we've always had the ability to speed up time. Well now, and I've even did it on the showcase video, so you've already seen it, we can now slow down time. Which this was a feature that the original game had when they added capture mode, and for some reason it took them like over a year to add it to this game. I don't know why, but it just did. But we finally have frickin' slow-mo. This is going to be so good for doing like cinematic shots for videos and stuff like that. Honestly, it's a feature we should have had a long time ago. And now we move on to the more scenery items that we have. And one of these, I am so glad it's actually... Okay, well, stop. I was going to do trees first, but we can do the rocks. So, as you know, you do have rocks that are always like random shapes. They're always the same size though every time, and you can switch that on and off. But now there's a new feature. Randomized rock. So these are just the desert rocks. So if this is working properly, when I place this rock, I should get a completely different sized rock. There we go, there we go. Okay, so it's not instant all the time, but now we're literally getting different rocks without actually needing to swap brush, which is something I'm so glad of, because I was worried when I placed rocks that my enclosures end up like too man-made, where if it's like this, I'll get a random rock every single time. And it does it for all of them. We're now on the temperate ones, and here's all random freaking temperate rocks. Definitely something that might not sound that good, but honestly, see, when this comes to customizing your parks, this is going to be such a valuable tool that you're going to wish that we always had it. You're going to wonder why we didn't always have it. Now we move on to the trees. So usually you'd only have, like, if you're on the biosim map, these would be all the placeable trees you'd be able to play with, and you wouldn't be able to play with any trees from any other biome. However, you can't anymore. Now we have all the desert trees, and we're in, like, the, I think the biosim's classed the temperate biome. Now you have access to all the desert plants. You can place all of these beautiful plants. And if we go down now, we have Mediterranean plants. So these are your kind of, well, Mediterranean obviously, but these are like your kind of plants that you get in your more kind of tropical, slightly desert-esque islands and parks. So that's really cool. We'll go straight down now. We have taiga plants, which is like your redwood kind of trees, all your really big bushes and trees. And oh, this is something I know we actually have big placeable bushes. Oh, we have big placeable bushes. Okay, I'm very happy with that. I'm very, very happy with that. And then we go down, we do have all the temperate trees, which I'm so glad we do have these now, because a lot of these trees you can only get on certain maps, which aren't always the greatest maps to play on. So I'm so happy. Oh, and we have a lot of the red temperate trees as well from the airport map. I don't remember what it's called. So once I've placed all these, I know we're kind of going into the forest, and now we're even on tropical plants. I know we're starting to go right into the biosim forest, but give me a little minute and I'll delete that and we can have a good look. Probably could have done this in a better spot. So just let me remove the forest. The one thing that I do love about the placeable trees is these still put up like a dinosaur's like comfort needs without actually like removing any existing like structures or forest. But now we have all of these random rocks, we have all of the trees from different biomes in one biome. This is amazing. I wish we always had this. Oh, this is something I've been wanting for such a long time. Hell yeah. And this is all in the free update. All this stuff is free. You do not have to pay to get access to any of this right now. Another little neat trick, and we will let's just use this viewing gallery. So when you place this viewing gallery, it takes you off it, and if you were trying to like build like a wall of viewing galleries and you wanted these all perfect, it would be a bit hard. Like say if you're trying to build like a circle of viewing galleries, it'd be a bit of a pain. You click off it, click on it, but not anymore. On controller, and I think it's keyboard, it's control. So I'm on control right now, so if I hold R3, okay, I pressed the wrong one like an idiot. But if I hold R3, press this, why is it not working? It should be... Ah, wait, okay. I was still pressing X to place all this, but if I just press R3, boom, boom, doesn't take me off the build and select. Obviously, I've not really built anything, like, I'm not trying to do anything, but if you're trying to build, like, I don't know, maybe you're trying to build, like, a specific styled enclosure, or even kind of theme to your park, and it was annoying, like, you place one, then as soon as you place it, it comes off, but then you need to try to line them up. Not anymore. So that is control on keyboard and R3 with a controller. That is actually going to be really helpful if you're building. Because I know some people are super creative with like the viewing galleries and stuff like that. That's going to be really useful. And I'm pretty sure it is also the same with like your hotels and stuff. So let's quickly find out. So if I press R3 again, boom. And it doesn't take me off. Where if that last one I pressed X and it did. That's going to be so freaking useful. Just a small little tool. Little helpful control tool there. Very, very useful. So there is in fact a few changes to the game settings as well. One thing I did notice earlier, and I'm so happy for it, we now have infinite feeders. Why did we not have this from the beginning? I'm pretty sure the first game, this came standard in sandbox mode. When sandbox mode was came out with the game, Infinite feeders was in the game from the beginning, and we finally have it here, and I'm so freaking happy about that. Infinite feeders are freaking amazing, and now we have them. Some other settings that we do have, if I can find them, is now we have this wild capture frequency, which only works if you have fossils and, there we go, works. So you can have it on low, medium, high, or none. Wild capture frequency, I'm not actually too sure how that works because it's a new thing and I've never really played around with the wild capture, but if you've played around with it, you'll know what it is. But now you can toggle that on and off, and I do think there is a few other perk things. Yep, another one down here, income tax. So this, I'll actually read what it says. Reduces how much income your perk generates. At higher income, a larger proportion of income is taxed. I don't know why you want to have tax. I don't know why people wanted this added. But if you want to try and build, like, say, you had everything on, like, Jurassic or hard difficulty, your money was on medium, and you wanted, like, or even that, or even if you had, like, high money, and you wanted a really difficult perk, there you go. Or even make it even harder. Put, like, your money's at 0. You start with nothing. Well done. Have good luck. And, of course, there is this new environment ad, which is all biomes, which... What is... If I press current biome, what does that exactly mean? Is that just my foliage brush? Like, do I... If we go back onto, like, our placeable trees, do I lose access? Ah, I only have the alpine trees. Okay. That is very, very interesting. And if we click on all biomes, let's jump back off this. I have access to all trees again. Okay, now I do know that if you are on a previous gen console, like the PS4 or the Xbox 360, I'm pretty sure that this option here doesn't exist for you. I think it will always be set to current biome, which, I mean, it sucks, but it's just the way the games work. Don't hate me, I'm not Frontier, blame them if you're not happy with that. So that's basically everything actually in-game, so now we can check out the actual sandbox setting. So you have this new setting here, well, this new option, square levels, which basically allows you to have a bunch of different square maps. So you have tropical, alpine, desert, temperate, oh wait, that's temperate autumn, so like see the trees are all orange there, but then you have a regular temperate, which is green normal trees. You have taiga, Canada. Then you have alpine in the Biosin Sanctuary. Then you have taiga in the Cerrado, Nevada. And then you have a Mediterranean one, and then back there. So these are all big square maps. I know they're gigantic. So before we push on and actually check out the size of these huge maps, which I have not seen, I just know they're gigantic, there is 3 new expanded maps we have actually been given. One is Southwest USA, so you have the standard layout, and then you have the expanded layout, which I think basically what it does is it takes away all like the rocks and stuff and all the rivers and that, and basically gives you a much bigger flat area to build, essentially. I think that's what it does. We will have a little quick look at that later. The other maps that got this treatment was the San Diego map, so I basically will remove the actual amphitheater, because I'm pretty sure on that map you can't delete it, but the expanded one should remove it, and I don't know if it makes the map bigger, but we will check it out, of course. And the last map to get that treatment is the California map, so you won't have any like those big formations in the middle of the map, the big huge rock formations you can't build on, they'll be gone. So essentially we've got like 12 new maps if you think about it like that, which is kind of insane. Now I do want to check out one of the big giant maps, and then we'll check out one of these expanded maps, just to get a feel for what it's going to look like. We are just loading into the Biosin map, because it's kind of the map I'm most familiar with. And oh my god, it looks... Holy Christ! This map is huge, like... It's not even like, it's a big map like this. So I think this is like, they're all like the same size as this. Holy crap, because this is like where the Biosin Sanctuary would actually be built. Like, it would take up all this space here. You'd have like... No, there it is there. There's like, that's where like the river, I think, would be. Into the Biosin Sanctuary, right there. Maybe. I could be wrong, but you completely lose like the big river that flows through here. Damn, wow. Holy crap, this map is... Yeah, I think this is where the river would be here. Like, so you lose like that river flow. Whoa, these maps are going to be huge. Are they all this size? I'll check out one of the other ones and we'll check out 2 of the expanded maps just to get an actual look at how big these are. My god, this map is freaking ginormous. So we're now on Nublar 1993, which I do remember this map did have a weird shape. Oh, the whole map has just been completely flattened. Oh, see if you were doing like a kind of like a documentary style video on the dinosaurs, this map would be perfect for it because like you have like the big surrounding mountains. Like this could be like your big valley, and oh my god, just so much space. And of course, I think yeah, that would be like where the waterfall and all that would have been. That little path up there. Jeez, these maps are huge. Oh my god. And I was literally thinking I need to build smaller parks. No, I'm not built. I can now build giant enclosures for every dinosaur though. Ooh, that's a fun idea. Okay, we're definitely going to build one of these maps for the new park, but I have no idea what it's going to be. No, I'll just check out the expanded San Diego and South America, and I'm pretty sure that'll be everything in the update covered. Oh, this map looks so weird like this. I'm used to seeing all like the canyons and stuff like that, and everything, all the buildable stuff in the way. So it does still have like the same shape. This is like, well, I think they've maybe changed the shape. Actually, no, I think this is the exact same shape. They've just completely changed the layout of it and flattened everything. Oh, this would be so cool to build on. Because you're literally like inside like a proper canyon. Oh, dude, this would be amazing to build on. I'd like to put like some like my own kind of natural like barriers, like maybe put like a bunch of like try and build like manually build cliffs and stuff like that. That'd be really cool. God, oh, this is so cool. This map is definitely a map that needed a bit of love. Like, I don't think anybody actually likes this map, but now it's a cool map. This is now a really cool map that could be very interesting to build on. Alright, here we are in San Diego, which I think it's basically all they've done on San Diego is flattened the entire map. The map was already relatively flattened, and they just took out the amphitheater. That's all they've really did, which I mean, yeah, this would be a cool spot to also build on. And I mean, like, the amphitheater kind of, because it also says Jurassic Park. I know some aesthetically it would ruin some park builds for some people. But now you can build in San Diego and not have the amphitheater in the way. That is freaking sweet. So there is only one other expanded map. But we'll go check it out. We'll check out the other expanded map. But all the other maps, all the big giant maps, square maps, they're all just going to be the same size, just on like a different like landscape. So we're not going to be able to check them out. Oh, okay. So the Yosemite National Park. I remember this did have a lot of natural barriers and stuff. Yeah, I remember there being like a big, like, kind of mountainous area, like, right in the middle, and I think there was a few other ones. So this basically just gives you, like, a nice, clear spot, and I like the fact that it isn't actually completely flat. Like, it still is, like, a natural, like, big hill that kind of leads, like, that side there is all hilly, and it leads, like, kind of down here. Ah, dude. I really like this. Yeah, this is cool. This is something I didn't really feel like we ever needed, but I'm glad we got it. That is so cool. Oh yeah. All we need now is one thing that would make the game even more perfect. Can we get access to placing waterfalls? I would love if I could place waterfalls. I don't know, it might be asking too much, because Frontier has given us so much in this update, and all the new creatures are really high quality, great animations, great design, and just like the level of like the textures and all that. Chef's kiss. This DLC and 3 update have both been amazing. So with that, that is all of the new things in the update, all covered. All of the stuff in this video were all free. I know I've said it multiple times, but when you update your game, everything you've seen update-wise will be free. You'll have it in your game. The only thing you won't have that's been in this video is the DLC dinos, being the Dino-Kyrus, the little Sinnoh thingy guy, I can't pronounce the name, the Bat, and the Uteranus. Everything else you'll have in your game with the free update, all the new buildings, all the new plant life and all that. And these freaking 12 new maps are going to be amazing. So you're going to have access to all of that. And well, that's the update covered. I think this, I don't know, is this the best update? I feel like every update that comes out is always better than the last. However, the last, I know I didn't cover the last update. I don't really remember what the last one actually added, but these updates are amazing, man. Frontier always is so good with the updates. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did at any point, please remember to like and consider subscribing. It helps me out a lot, and it's free. Also, check the description if you want to see the playlist for the actual showcase of all the creatures, because it'll be the playlist will be in the description for that if you want to see all the new creatures and just check them out, see their animations, their skins, and just be kept up to date with everything the new DLC brought. I hope you'll have a lovely, wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next one.